Self-determination, Kwanzaa. Thank you all for coming tonight. Usually the table in the back is not open until we open with Kwanzaa prayer and stuff, usually. So I see that you all have a little something. So, but just usually, first we open with prayer before we start to eat. And I want to ask tonight that all of you here, we're family, we're community. So we have to help one another. So we're all going to be responsible for making sure that our extra gets to the garbage cans. That we're all here tonight, community, celebrating together. It's not a concert where we're putting on a show. We all participate, okay? And you know, I'm going to have a little wild card. There was that's okay. We're all family here, and that we need to teach our children how to be when we're out socially. So we make allowances for those kinds of things because it's spontaneous. He's growing. I have two little sisters back there. They came up to me. They were like almost the first here. They came up to me and they said to me, would it be all right if we did a little praise dance and a song? So I'm going to add them to our performance tonight. And we're going to encourage them to continue to grow in their creativity and in their discipline. So I will start. I'll ask that we all stand. We shouldn't be eating now. Let's all stand. Put that under your chair. We always start with a Kwanzaa prayer, remembrance. That's a big part for us, the remembrance. So, we hold, let's all touch, hold hands, let's each one touch, because that makes us more connected, We're going to share that love, that light, and that will. Okay, I love that. We hold up our smallness to your greatness, our fears to your love, our tiny acts to your great generosity, ourselves to you. A Kwanzaa group meditation from the point of light within the mind of the Creator. Let the light stream forth into the minds of we people. Let our gift this Kwanzaa be enlightenment. From the point of love within the heart of the Creator, let love stream forth into the hearts of the people. Let Umoja, unity, Ujima, cooperative work and responsibility move us now and throughout 2015. Let building, economic justice, advancement, sharing, and compassion be our goals and our guides. From the center, where the will of the Creator is strongest, self-determination. Direct the will of black people, black folks to know and to serve. Service. Let Kwanzaa, self-determination, shape and lead us to act principally and ethically. Principally and ethically. Get that out. That was a little hard. Creator, in faith we reflect this evening. We understand it is because of your omnipotence. Get me out. Help me out, guys. Omnipotence. Help me out. Creator, and the dedication of those you have sent before us. We stand here today. We're surviving. We are a surviving people. We give collective praise and gratitude. And then I'm going to say a couple of words in Swahili, and I'm going to ask that you repeat them. Sifa, na, supande. Sifa na supande. Sifa na supande. Let the praises go up. Remembrance of our ancestral forces anchor us. We are a rooted people connected to both tradition and history. Recalling and paying homage is part of our duty tonight. Brothers and sisters, we are humbled by those who have struggled on our behalf. We are people who have been through much. Still going through it, right? Yes. So let our individual and collective memories be the map we use to chart our future. They are the keys for navigating through this life. We look back to go forward. In order to move forward, we look back to go forward. Sankofa. Now, from the point we acknowledge being a member of the human race, Moja 1, let the Creator's master plan of light, enlightenment, love, and will work outward into our enlightenment, our love, and our will as a people. Also, may we seal forever out the doors where racism, dogma, unethical, and habitual thought and habit seek to come in. Keep them out. We ask always, Creator, that your plan of light, love, and will restore peace on earth. Now I'm going to give you another group of words that are Swahili. And this is calling out a great brother's name, Baraka na Zisuke. Let me say it again. Baraka na Zisuke. Baraka na Zisuke. And the blessings will come down. Ashe. Okay, can I have my drummer up here, please? An ancestral remembrance. An ancestral remembrance. And this is for whom the drum does beat. Malcolm X, Dr. Vernon John, Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman, Ida B. Wells, Paul Robeson, Ella Baker, waters of life will call your name, and you will be one for whom the drum does beat. Ashe. light candle for us tonight too, right? There you go, there you go. Few people are going to light candles tonight. So how many people are celebrating Kwanzaa for the first time? For the first time. So we will make a little allowances and give a little background for those. Okay, I said we're going to make a little allowances for those who are celebrating for the first time. So we will explain a few things in terms of the practice, in terms of the table, in terms of what happens during these 7 days of Kwanzaa. Okay? Can I do Amira's poem first, because we like to welcome community with Amira's poem. Sabora-san, please. Thank you. Okay. Sister Amira Ahmad, her poem for us is synonymous with Kwanzaa. We do it whether she's here or not. Her poem gets read. It's called Community. Come, unity, come, 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 unity, come, come, community, 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 community. We each have to come face to face, consider the time, and find our place. We each have to come face to face, consider the time, and get in the race. Go inside your home. Community. I want you to say that, right? Everybody. Go inside your home. Community. Go outside your door. Community. Be divided no more. Community. Be a help in the schools. Community. We've got to teach. Families to unite. Community. People to greet. Community. There's a world to remake. Community. We've got to relate. Community. Before it's too late. Community. There's no turning back. Community. We've got to stay on track. Community. Just consider the time. Community. Let all your light shine. Community. You can be an African. Community. You can be Latino. Community. You can be Asian. Community. You can be a Muslim. Community. Because we are all community. Unity. 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 Community. Unity. Community. Unity. Community. Unity. Community. Community. Okay. We uphold the red, the black, and the green. It's our flag. It is based on the colors given by the Honorable Marcus Garvey. As a nation and to unite African people throughout the world. The red, the black, the green. We are a nation within a nation, and that's why when we use black to define ourselves, it should be with a capital B, because just like Italian Americans, Black Americans, Irish Americans, Black Americans, same thing, a nation within a nation. Okay, put on my glasses. See, the flag symbolizes our eternal struggle since being put on these shores. Our focus remains to solidify and obtain our base. No matter what we have come to believe, we are one nation of black people with one God keeping us. Believe we are a nation, a community, a group, and we should be struggling when we can together to advance our position. One of the things, or what we're here tonight, what we will talk about, is united in struggle for community, for love, self-love, economic justice. You're going to hear me talk a lot about that tonight. We need economic justice, and today's principle, self-determination. All African spiritual traditions from ancient times on taught that we are, each and every one of us, made in the image of the Creator, and therefore we are capable of definitive contributions and creativity. When we use self-determination and development in the context of positive support and purpose. If, I was saying this to Steve's brother in the back, if we do not have purpose, then we need to connect ourselves with someone or some group where there is purpose, and within that we will find our own purpose. And I know that to be a fact, and I'm going to, little personal history, that I came to this library many, many years ago, searching, looking for something to do. Brother, man, Daoud, he gave me some jobs, he gave me some positions, and through that, I found my way, I found my voice, I found what I do best. So I'm just saying that if you do not have purpose right now, it's okay. But connect yourself with people or organizations or community where there is purpose, and within there, your purpose will come forth also. Yeah. Okay. It is purpose. I'm going to bypass that. These are just my notes. I'm going to bypass that line. Now I'll go straight to the table. We have the 7 principles, the Mashuba Saba. They represent basically the foundation of Kwanzaa for each day, which started the 26th. We light a candle, and if it's family, we come together, dinner, sharing, discussing that principle, what it means, how we can apply it in our lives, because it shouldn't just be a ceremony for the sake of ceremony. It should be something that we can eternalize and take away with and use in our daily lives. These principles are deep, and they're strong, and we should let those principles guide us. Let those principles guide us through life. We have Umoja, and I'm going to light the candles as we go. Who's going to light our first candle? Umoja? Umoja? Oh, Mary, you want to? No. Because Mary's going to represent our elder. So, and I'm gonna let Mary do that first. No, Mary, you're going to represent the elder. Okay, Roz, you can. All right.
I'm going with you.
Umoja, unity. It is to strive and maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and our people. Umoja, unity. I might need the matches. It's not coming on. Things are so. We got another whole piece. All right. Unity means like oneness, a similarity, and identity as a people? The black candle.
No, black is done last.
Oh, you want, no? See, now you have to understand that there can be variations, okay? So, and nothing is set in stone where it has to be ritual just like that, because I have to tell you, in the past, we have, in order to symbolize the struggle that we've gone through, we put red, green, red, green, red, green to know that in order to gain, you have to struggle. So, we're going to light the black candle first. Unity.
Unity.
Unity. So again, some would say that the black candle is faith, Imani. And in the past I have, and I've been called on the carpet by many people for lighting that black candle last. Because it wasn't booked, but it should be first. But again, I think that Kwanzaa means that you have to make it your own. And it can't be rigid and it can't be text only. You have to make it work for you.
I agree.
Okay, so our next principle is Kuji Chakalia, self-determination. Today's date, December 27th. Who's lighting that candle? No, it's already determined. Who's lighting? Someone has that. Oh, come. Who's lighting? Huh? Phil. Oh, yes. Brother Phil. Self-determination, Kuji Chakalia. And I'm going to let Brother Phil give us some words on that one. Okay. All right.
Baragani. Language that we use is Kiswahili. I'm going to use Kuchijakalia, which means self-determination in whatever endeavor that you do, whatever pursuit that you want to do, what you want to believe. It is to move without being stopped. And that could be through your school, that could be through your belief. You're trying to purchase a house, they're not trying to give you a loan, you just keep going at it.
That's right.
Whatever you want to do, you just keep going at it. So I'm just going to light the candle that's closest to me.
Okay. So then you go from right to left.
If you want to do it, you do.
Oh, actually, and from this point forward, the candle that just was lit will light the next candle, okay? So the definition book-wise would be to define ourselves, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and speak for ourselves instead of being defined, named, and created for and spoken for by others. Kuji Chakalia, self-determination. The next principle would be Ujima. Ujima. So that candle is going to light the next candle on the red side. So start to be consistent. Do it on to the outside here, okay? Okay?
Well, Ujima means that we should work together to make something work. And the example of it that I used this evening was there was a guy who got hit by a car, and there were 8 people standing there, and there were 2 things that were going to happen. Either they were going to all watch him die, or 8 people together could move that car. We as a family, whether it's black, white, it doesn't even matter, because right now this world is self-destructing based on the fact that we differ. In this room there are Christians, there are Muslims, there's all kinds of people, but when you allow something that you are to stop you from working together, you destroy yourself. And in our families, that's what's happening. We are basically allowing something that my brother gets on my nerves. Do you see how he combs his hair? Oh, I can't live with him. My family, about 3 years ago, decided that they would embark on, and just to greet my family, could you just raise your hand? nieces, nephews who came out to support Kwanzaa. My immediate family, my wife, my 2 sons and my daughter, their wives, and our 4 grandchildren all bought a house together. Now, the beauty of that is this. We all had decent, surroundings. We lived in decent places, but somebody else owned it. There was no ownership.
All right.
And until we understand that ownership is what frees you.
Yes.
You see,
Yes.
as long as you're on somebody else's land, he can tell you to move. If you're on your land, he can't tell you jack. So the simple principle is to work together, but the problem with working together is that family is going to clash sometimes. And I don't care whether it's a marriage, I don't care if it's a personal relationship, you got to get through stuff together in order to make it in this world.
The formula is unity, struggle, unity. Ujima. To build and maintain our communities together and making our sisters and brothers' problems our problems and work on solving them together. Ujima. Ujama. How about one of the vendors to come and talk on cooperative economics? Vendor. Light that candle for us? No, she's coming. So this candle, you will light this candle? Should I say or will? Okay. Ujama. Go ahead.
Kwanzaa is one of the, Kwanzaa is one of the best things that has happened to me in my life. When my children were young and Malana Karanga came out with Kwanzaa and we were striving for our culture and our consciousness, it was great. It was very much like today. I came up in an era where if you wanted to go somewhere, you had to take your children with you because you didn't have money to pay someone. So when you went to cultural and social events, they were intergenerational. And I'm really sad because I don't see it as much. And we're now living in segregated households where there's 5 different TVs and computers and kids are in one room planning on blowing up stuff. We've given our power away. But in terms of cooperative economics, to be able to take what you have and share that with someone.
In your community.
In your community. And to be able to barter. Like true Africans that we are. Yes. We have so much. But if we get stuck on the whole dollar concept and I can't get this and I live off my credit card, you see where that's gotten us. So that was one of the things about Kwanzaa that I learned and that I've integrated in my life, and I can't tell you how much it's elevated me, and I hope that we really take that concept even further in 2015.
So the definition would be to build and maintain our stores and shops and other businesses and to profit from them together. That's the 4th principle of Kwanzaa. Nia, Lenny girl. Nia. So I think this candle will light this candle. Nia is purpose, to make
our collective vocation, the building and development of our community, in order to restore our people to the tradition of greatness. Meaning we all in this room, we all hail from greatness somewhere. And all we need to do is every day know this. When we're out there doing anything we're doing, just know you're more than what they say we are. Purpose.
So I have Kwanzaa. Sis, you want to come and light a candle? You want to come and light a candle? Kwanzaa. You want to say something? All right.
You want to read it first?
Oh, you can, if you want to, you can just go ahead and elaborate on it. I want my video.
All right, sis. Kubaragani.
Fuji Chapelier.
Kuumba, creativity. That is something that is innate in all of us. Every day you touch something, you think something, you create. When we create, we make our world what we want it to be. And we have to believe in our ability to create. All of the children, you are creators naturally. Beyond the adults, this message is for the children. You are natural creators. Anything you can conceive, they used to say this to us when we were little, right? Do you guys know the rest of that saying? Anything you can, no, the children. Do the children know this? Say it with me. Anything I can conceive.
Say it.
Say it like you mean it.
Yes.
Anything I can conceive.
Anything that I can see,
I can achieve.
I can achieve.
Conceive means if you can see it in your mind, if you can visualize it, if you can draw it, then you can make it happen. That is kuumba, creativity.
Kwanzaa, to do as much as we can in any way that we can in order to leave our community more beautiful than when we inherited. Kwanzaa, creativity. Our last candle, Ross, you want to come and do this one? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Help me explain some of the principles around it, all right? You come and you'll help. Come on, come on, Ross. Come on.
Yeah, you can make that.
Imani.
Imani is faith, to believe with all our heart in our people, our parents, our teachers, our leaders, and the righteousness and victory of our struggle. As a former teacher, I can agree. Microphone, please. As a former teacher, I can agree with believing in our teachers, because the teacher is the one who prepares the youth for the future. So I hope that all of you youth will believe in your teachers, that you'll cooperate with your teachers, that you'll do your best for your teachers to prepare yourself for the future. And the adults, I hope that you'll have the faith in the youth to encourage them to prepare themselves for the future, for the next generation, to become the leaders of the next generation.
Imani, and we have to realize that Imani is something that has gotten us from way back there to here, because we are a people that live by faith. So, and that's why sometimes that the black candle is equated with Imani, faith, because as a people, that is who we are, faith. So I understand.
Bobby, could you explain why, when you say Habari Gani and how they're supposed to respond? Because some people may not be clear.
Okay, so Habari Gani means in Swahili, Kiswahili, it means what's happening, what is the news for today. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. See, we have to make allowances for our children, and when, you know, and it's that's who they are. They're babies, and we teach them. They come here and they learn. The sister in the back, Kalia, she said to me about children, intergenerational. The library, the community awareness series, we are totally intergenerational. We have our youngest, our teenager, our parent, and our grandparent all moving off of the same vibe here. That's who we are. So, but Habari Gani, what's happening, what is the news for today, and your response would be that principle for that day. Like today they say Habari Gani, and your response to me should be Kuji Chakalia, self-determination. Self-determination. Okay? So some of the other principles of Kwanzaa, these are all you need is the 7 candles. That's all you need. But some of the other principles for Kwanzaa is, and I'm sorry, I don't have it all, mazao, corn. Corn should be on this table because it represents the children, and it represents that even if we don't have children, we all are potential mothers and fathers, and we should be treating our children, and I don't mean just your children, but our children like that. When we see them doing not the right thing, we need to try to correct them, try to turn them around. Excuse me? Cultivate. There you go. It's a conversation, so we can share. Good word, cultivate. We have
When they do the right thing,
and go ahead, Russell.
you congratulate them.
And when they do the right thing, that's right, you give them praise. That's right. There you have it. And we have our unity cup when we use that for pouring libation, and we did that when we remember those that have struggled for us, and we should never ever forget our history, because if we don't look back, we cannot go forward. If we don't look back, we cannot go forward. And the Kinara is like the history itself, the facts that we stand upon. Like we said, we are here because of something someone else did before we came. That's what that Kinara represents, that history, that extension, reaching back and us standing on it with our principles. So, Jeanette, where are you? You're supposed to be... Oh, okay. So, and...
I was supposed to be Imani. Am I going to do that again?
No, well, you were helping me with, explaining. See, this is totally community, and we like that. So, two other supplemental things, symbols of Kwanzaa are the Bendera Ya Taifa, and that is the colors, the red, the black, and the green. You tell me what the colors mean. What is the red? The blood, the struggle. When we have struggled, we are struggling. We are a people who know struggle. We should act like that and not be afraid of it. And when it's our time to stand up and be counted, we need to stand up and be counted.
What is the green? No, come on, somebody else. The what? What? Is she correct? Anybody? Green is for the future and the hope that comes from their struggle. Go ahead, Gina, girl. So some of the kids, what's green? What's your name? What? Sanar? Sanar, what you say? No, I want you to come up. We're gonna break this one down. What's green?
The future.
All right. What's your name? What's your name? Say your name. Speak your name.
Jasir.
And what is red?
The struggle.
All right! Gabriel, you
want to say something?
Been saying stuff all night.
Now that you get an opportunity to make noise, what do you want to say? All right.
And another supplemental symbol of Kwanzaa, and this is not necessary, but it should be done because of promises made and promises kept. Not just free giving because it's the season, but that's gifts. We don't give gifts because, oh, our children should have the latest and the greatest. We give gifts for their contributions, for their work, and for their responsibilities, and for their promises made, and for their promises kept. And gifts do not have to be hundreds of dollars and the latest and the greatest. It could be something from the heart, something that you made. And I guarantee they'll probably keep that longer than any $200 pair of sneakers or device you might buy them. And you should teach them that they too, Kuamba, can create, just like you are, can create things.
So what do you think gifts are symbolic of? Is anybody? What do you think gifts are symbolic of? What'd you say? Okay, what's gifts symbolic of? Oh, shit.
Sharing.
Sharing is good. Love, who said love? Love. All right. Gifts are symbolic of labor and love of parents and commitments made and kept by children.
And
So
we should,
share your love.
And we should hold them to that. We should, ask them to, do things, and they should be committed, and they should be able to do those things. Our children should have chores. They should be doing things. Idle minds, idle minds. Yes.
Yeah, and the only reason why we encourage the gift making is because a lot of our children are,
Stand up.
a lot of our people, not just our children, but we are natural artisans. We are natural, like going back to that creativity. We know how to make jewelry. We know how to make soap. We know how to make clothes from cloth. We know how to make furniture. When you teach your children to make these gifts at Kwanzaa, it reminds them and helps them to find out what they're capable of doing.
Right.
So they make the gifts and then they give it to you, and you don't commercialize Kwanzaa. You don't want to go to the store and buy something if you don't have to, because you don't want to get caught up in the commercialization of this very sacred tradition.
Just very briefly, we want to recognize one of the library board of trustee members, Malbak Molinga. Thank you for coming out. And I could do that with a lot of you, but I'm not going to even start trying it. So right back to our show.
So, we are going to open up now with our dancers. They will be up here, right? Okay. Sis, little Brianna and Najaya. We haven't forgotten. Don't worry, okay? Okay. Not yet, not yet. We haven't forgotten. Okay, Ozian.
right dance. Okay, and the dishes here too, okay? It's called Sente. Oh, who said that? Oh, Michelle. Okay, and this dance is done. McKinney's here? Is that Maisha? No. McKinney is here, right? This dance is done for puberty, for the girls who've been in the bush and they're coming home. But they're covered, okay? So you can't tell who they are. And so the parents kind of know the children's feet and hands, right? So now they cover them. Because you want to see your child come home after 2 or 3 years of being in the bush doing the things that women do to learn to do. So some of the steps, you might think they're just dancing steps. But the body movement is dealing with femininity. See what you got? This. You see the pedestal? And they're hitting the corn. They're making the corn into meal. Okay? And then you're sowing seeds. Okay? You have seeds in your hands and you cup your hands, you're sowing seeds. Okay? Just so you can understand, it's not just dancing. All right? And the men have dances too. All right? It's coming from the Guinea region and Senegal and Mali. And it's called Sente. And so I'd like to give you a little history on it so you'll know how to place it. So you won't think they just jump up and down. All right? There's other intricacies that go with it. Recently, I found some old paper, and it was really, really brown, like with Imani Payne writing on it from 70s. We're talking 70s. And the fanning of the fire, I don't think they did that dance. Did they do that? You didn't do that. The movement. Just do the, you don't need to, just do the movement. We're gonna go to the next dance, so I know we're like late. Just do that movement. Okay? See that? You ever see the women fanning the fire? When you fanning the fire and you fanning it, this here is fanning it. Okay? And you're making sure that it's light. So that's to show that you can keep the movement going inside the cooking and making the meal and doing the seeds, okay? And all this movement here is in praise of that, but the shaft goes out. So when you have seeds and shaft and you do this, the lighter part will go away and the seeds will go in your bowl. Okay, makes sense now? Yeah. Okay, I saw the light bulb go on. Okay. Okay, the light is on. Okay, we're gonna do Lamba. And of course we're gonna ask audience participation. But the Lamba today is special because we've lost a lot of people this year. And so, yeah. So in your heart, if you know someone or you've had someone from your family physically leave, they didn't spiritually leave. They're still here. You had to call them up. Okay? That's what that word junior was about. Or in Africa, pop. That means my father, I'm my father's son. Okay, so you'll see the word P-A-P or P-O-P in front of your names, okay? But it means junior. And the sister's also a Binti, the daughter of, okay? So what you have to understand is, because I'm trying to deal with it too, we've dealt with loss. And it's very difficult for us to even perform right now and try to stay happy when you lose somebody in your house and in your heart. And it's not from illness, it's from some nonsense out here on the street. Unnecessary violence. So it's part of our healing to be able to deal with it and do it and keep it going. My advice for everyone in here, if you have children, you have to pass this thing on. Because this generation, 13 years old and under, if they don't get it now, they're not going to get it. They're going to think the club scene is it all over again. Okay, and we'll lose it. So we're going to do Lamba. And Lamba is a dance that's done for passages. Okay, different stages of the life cycle. Right down to the funeral. The birth, the death, the marriage, the insanity,
There's movement for every occasion. And we were going to do something else. I wanted to do something else. But because of us as a group, we're acknowledging the passing of those loved ones. If you can, in your heart or in your mind, just think about the person's, okay? Because Grandma used to say, by and by, by and by. And if you can bring them through here, through you, it's not a sin to think about the dead. They don't die, okay? And Barbara lost someone too. Brother Daoud lost someone. And it gives you an understanding, like, what's in the dash? Born, dash, dot. What did you fill your dash with? What did you put in the dash? What somebody know you for? What do they remember you by? And that dash is very significant. It's small, but you can't equate it with anything. Your life is there. And whatever it is that you have put there, somebody remember you by, that's a sacred, holy space. It's a sacred, holy place. Okay? So you have to be known for your dash.
Make it worthy.
Make it worthy. So there's a remembrance. So what I do for Kwanzaa and this time of the year, I tell the children, put your finger in the glass. I'll bring one in, put the finger in, and you got somebody with them. Take it out. So that person saw you actually stick your finger in and saw the water. That's your witness. Because anybody else coming after they dry out ain't going to believe you. But you got somebody there who saw you do it. That's a witness. And then I said, where can you see your hole in that water? You can't see where your finger was. Who know you did it? So make sure you have a lot of people around you when you do the good stuff. Understand? That's what that's about. That's what that's about. Okay, connect yourself. And the significant thing is, I used to have them one at a time come and then leave. So maybe 6 out of 7 or 6 out of 8 put their hand in the water. One of them didn't. And so they don't know which one didn't. And he don't know what they did because he was last. So for me to say, well, what did your brothers and sisters do? He didn't do it. He don't know. The other ones who did think he did it. And he's saying, no, he didn't do it. Because I didn't ask him. I wanted him to know how he was left out on purpose. So now if these brothers here can validate who you are without having done the same thing, then you're validated through your work, through your deeds, through your actions. And you'll be equated with your brothers and your sisters because you come from the same family. That's the tie I'm talking about. So for them to say, no, Sister Zoe wouldn't do that. For everybody to know me, you say, no, she wouldn't do that. She couldn't have done that. And somebody in your family, and go on and on and on and on. But if I really did it, and nobody saw me but one person, that one person knows that everybody is lying for the one. And that also tells the character of the person that they're lying for. You understand? So either way you look at it, it has weight. Okay? It has weight. Okay, we're gonna do Lamba. And then we're gonna open up for y'all. You know how y'all act down here. At Kwanzaa every year. Y'all know how y'all get. And we would like for you to do that, okay? So please, participate. It's a part of it. I appreciate the young people, and I appreciate their parents for bringing them up on the stage. They gotta know it's all right. Okay, they see Beyonce, they don't know that she's doing a dance called the Jean Dome. It's a slave dance. And that quivering is getting hit with the belt or the chain. So she shouldn't be smiling when she's doing that. That's a dance done from the enslavement. Okay? I'm going to announce the names of the wonderful people who stick it out with me every year. Okay? We have Sister Jennifer here. Hi, Angie. One of my two youngest daughters is here. Kaiba. And she's the daughter that came to me. She didn't come from me, but she came to me. Athena. I have another daughter here. Could you try to stand up? Look how you. No, move over a little so y'all can see why she didn't dance this time. You see this baby is trying to come. Yeah, so we got like maybe 3 weeks and the cook is over. All right? We have some wonderful drummers here. We have Brother Khalid. Okay, we have in the back, Kinar, he's one of 22 grand. Louder. Make a big sound. We have Brother Larry behind, in the back next to Kinar. And we have Brother Kazuri in the front with Brother. That's Kazuri, and this is Brother Ozzy. I'm so just glad to have them in the circle getting this. Some things you know, for those who play piano, trumpet, horn, whatever they play, what instrument your mother made you play, and you don't want to do it, but you really got good at it, and you're glad that you got good at it, they're at that stage now. Okay, they get a little bit tight because I'm always pulling them, but I want them to know their craft, and they're young, so that age group is what has to be pushed now. So they do it well. Okay, Barbara, you have something?
Master teacher, Sister Zula Tifa.
And there's some dancers in here. Michelle Hine over here. Hine over here.
And also, she has a studio in Newark.
We know it's seasonal and people come and go. Right now, it's a dry period because people in school working and it gets late. But if I know people want to come on a Saturday, I'll have a Saturday class. I just need people to call me and tell me they want to come.
So you could get her information, but she teaches, master teacher.
And I would like for you to do my choreography. Because everybody else says, bingo.
Yes. So, and I just want to give special thanks to Kazuri and Kinar because they have been drumming here since they were little boys. Little boys. That's right. We're proud of you.
You sleep? This is another drummer. Believe it or not, this baby with the drum.
Okay.
He just started walking. Hold him up, Kakayu. I think so. He's woke. No, I just want you to see that it doesn't take. Hold him up. You see this baby here? He has his own drums. He plays. And that's his father. His father's here. Khalid is his father. His mother is here. And he plays all the drums in rhythm.
So soon he'll have his drum sitting on the side over there.